All right, we are going to start I turned it off a little bit. Now we're going to read the rewrites, which is always fun. Grayson can come first.
Yeah.
So, any chickens involved?
No.
Oh.
I'm afraid it'll be way more funnier. I don't know.
All right, we'll see.
The Brussels sprout began to wind more Brussels sprouts the length of a megalodon.
Oh my. That's a lot of Brussels sprouts. It's a lot of Brussels sprouts. Think about it. Luke.
No, it's not. Smiling.
All right.
Ducky began to blow up and blew up the officer chicken finger.
Okay. So friends, we do have to have our sentences make sense to some degree. That's always a bonus. All right, M.
Mrs. Reed began to fly lazily in the air.
Wow. Well, there we go. I feel honored I'm in this sentence. McKenna.
Weaver began to wind Casquetti thread under some hair.
Oh. Ew. Jeremiah.
Jimmy began to run 16 billion miles around the earth with spicy noodles.
What spicy what?
Noodles.
Alrighty then. Olivia.
Miss Reed began to watch the snow fall from her bedroom window.
Oh, very nice. My lucky day. Christian.
Mom began to hang spider webs between the two trees.
Oh, very nice. Has anyone ever played the game Spiderweb?
Yeah.
It's really fun. So what you do is on one end of the string, I don't know if this is the same way you all played it, you attach like a little present or a gift or a prize or something, and then you take and you wind it all around, and then you have to follow it to find the little treasure.
Yeah.
That's what we did. It was really fun. So yes, I diverge and go talk about a spider web. Yes, Cole.
Chicken began to wind chicken nuggets around some chicken tenders.
Oh my, lots of chicken. Lots of chicken. Emma. Friends. It doesn't have to be funny, it just needs to be a sentence, but go for it, Emma.
The monkey began to choke on some delicious bananas.
Oh my. Oh my gosh. Poor monkey. Helen.
Pineapple began to wind stick.
Okay, hold on, Helen. Friends, let's go. Emma, sit down, please. You're being rude to Helen. She's reading. All right, go ahead, Helen.
Pineapple began to wind silk pineapples around the earth.
Oh my goodness. A lot of things happening around the earth. I see a common thread with that. Jonathan.
Bobby T-Bone, the donkey, began to blow up like fireworks in the school.
Oh, in the school. Oh dear. That's not good. A donkey blowing up like fireworks in the school. Not a good thing. Toby.
and a plate with chocolate.
Ooh, that sounds good. Chocolate and Valentine's, you bet. Good combination. Anyone else want to read their sentence? Yes, Jeremiah.
I feel like every year for Valentine's Day, I think we go to our grandma and grandpa's or something, and then we have lots of treats, and I think we watch a movie.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day is on Sunday this year, so you'll have the whole day to celebrate.
Usually it's at a school day.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I would have to get all my Valentines in the morning, and then quick eat all the candy, and then go to school.
You don't have to eat all the candy. You could save some for later. All right, so Cole, would you like to share your comic?
I have two.
All right.
Comics.
Part 2, Minecraft, and Part
2 and 3? Yeah.
About Minecraft.
Chapter 2 and 3. From the first one, and read it all together.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, do that. That's the first one.
Cool, did this, hey Cole, did we fight the creeper on?
You'll see.
All right. Do you want me to hold something?
I don't know. So first part 2.
Part 2.
Okay, so this is the first one that he read.
No.
No, this is the one you read yesterday.
Wait, we talked about one yesterday? No.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you did this one yesterday, right?
Oh yeah,
We continued.
the creeper blew up thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. So you read this one.
And
So
the creeper army.
And now I have this one.
all right.
Okay. The Adventures of Steve, Part 3, an unofficial Minecraft comic book. Previously. Help me! He's stuck in a giant hole because the creeper blew up. Good thing I have my pickaxe. Oh yeah, crunch, crunch, crunch. Almost there. I'm out. Oh yeah, I forgot about the creepers. Boom. Run! Wait, what's that? Creeper bot 2000. 25 feet. Oh no. Ah! To be continued.
So if you want to walk around, I think you walked around. Did you guys all see this one from yesterday? So if you want to walk around with your new one, this is fascinating. Comic book by Cole.
Is that part 2?
This is part
To be continued. Okay. No, he read it yesterday. Yes, he did.
Really part 2?
I read it yesterday. Not Cole, because Cole didn't want to.
What was 2 answers
So this is like very appropriate because our next our writing assignment, I'm going to do comics. You can create your own comic. You're going to need something fun after a lot of work went into Martin Luther King Jr.
comic book or not?
That is to be determined. I don't think about that. So it's not, you don't have to worry about that till next week. What's that?
Grayson said he's gonna do 15 pages.
No, it's not going to be that long.
I need a lot of comic book.
Okay, so we've got a lot of talking. Everybody can look at Cole's paper. If you have questions, wait till he is done passing it around. So for my virtual friends, Cole is making a comic book. It's a Minecraft comic book, and so he has been creating this for the last, well, this week.
Well, I hope he makes a book.
So that is what he is sharing right now.
He's not going to do it.
And as I was saying, for writing, we are going to most likely, I'm not 100% sure, but I think a comic book or something fun and funny. Something comic relief after Martin Luther King Jr., which was a lot of work.
I know what I'm gonna do if we do a comic.
Not right now. So I have a question. How many of you still have work to do on your paper? How many have work to do on your paper? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, part of social studies is going to be a study hall. And I want you, because tomorrow the paper's due. So it is a big paper and it's worth a lot of points. So you want to take this seriously and get this done to the best of your ability. So approximately, again, who needs to work on it some more? Raise your hand. So quite a few of you. Do you have a lot left to do or a little to do?
A little. I just have a little left.
Okay. All right. McKenna, do you have a lot or a little?
I have a little, but I left it at home this morning.
Oh, that's fine.
I worked on it a lot last night.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, because we didn't even have writing today. So, okay, I just want to assess the situation so I know where we are at. So I think we're in good shape. So what I'll do is I'm going to give you a little time today to work on your paper or your math and get things finished up. And then tomorrow we have just morning academics and then afternoon no academics. All right, so let's get out Flora and Ulysses. I do. It is our book about the squirrel. Is he or is he not have superhero powers? Who remembers what happened last time? It was kind of funny.
I have no clue.
Grayson, do you want to give us a little synopsis of what happened last time?
He was in the bed and then he smelled something good and he went to get it and then he ate a whole bag of cheese puffs and jumped on the typewriter and typed something.
Yes. And who discovered what he typed and was not happy? James. Yes. Who is a writer of romance novels.
Oh, I know it.
And what did she find? She found his typed paper in the typewriter. What did she find all over the keypad of her typewriter? Winsheen. Yes, because he had it all over his paws. So, the next chapter, which is called The Electric Chair. That's kind of ominous. To say that the Buckman doorbell rang would be inaccurate. Something had happened to the bell. Its inner workings had been twisted, warped, confused, so that instead of emitting a pleasant ding-dong, the doorbell now sent an angry, window-shattering, you guessed the wrong answer on a game show kind of buzz through the Buckman house. To Flora, the doorbell sounded like the electric chair. Not that she had ever heard an electric chair, but she had read about electric chairs and terrible things can happen to you. That particular installment of the comic had not contained any advice other than that it would be best to avoid getting to a place in your life where you might have to face the electric chair. I think that's good advice. That's your father, Flora's mother said. He rings that doorbell to make me feel guilty. The doorbell buzzed and cracked again. See, said her mother. Flora didn't see. How could one person ringing a doorbell make another person feel guilty? It was ridiculous. But then, just about everything that Flora's mother said or wrote sounded faintly ridiculous to Flora. For example, on feathered wings of joy. Since when did joy have feathered wings? True. Very true. Don't just stand there, Flora Bell. Go open the door. Let him in. He's your father. He's here to see you, not me. The electric chair doorbell sounded through the house again. Flora walked slowly through the dining room and into the living room. She shook her head in amazement. Upstairs in her room, there was a squirrel who could lift a vacuum cleaner over his head with one paw. Upstairs in her room, there was a squirrel who could type. Things are going to change around here. We're going to be vanquishing villains left and right. She smiled, a very large smile. The doorbell gave another outrageous sizzle. Flora was still smiling when she unlocked the door and opened it wide. Chapter 16, Victims of Extended Hallucinations. Oh my, that's quite a title. It was not her father at the door. It was Tootie. Tootie Tickham, said Flora. Tootie stepped through the door and into the living room. Do you remember who she is?
No. Person.
She is a person.
The person that got the vacuum cleaner?
Yes. The lady who sucked up the squirrel Ulysses with the Ulysses 2000X. All right. Tootie stepped through the door and into the living room, and then she stopped. Her eyes widened. "What in the world?" she said. Flora didn't even bother turning around. She knew what Tootie was looking at. What was she looking at? Yes, the lamp. "That's the little shepherdess," said Flora, "the guardian of lost sheep and light, or something. She belongs to my mother." "Right," said Tootie. She shook her head. "Well, never mind about the lamp." She took another step closer to Flora. "Where's the squirrel?" she whispered. "Upstairs," Flora whispered back. "I've come to check and see if what I think happened yesterday actually happened, or if I'm a victim of an extended hallucination." Flora looked Tootie in the eye. She said, "Ulysses can type." "Who can type?" said Tootie. "The squirrel. He's a superhero." Tootie said, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, what kind of superhero types?" It was good and also slightly disturbing point. Now, how exactly was a typing squirrel going to fight villains and change the world? "George," shouted Flora's mother. "It's not Pop," Flora shouted back. "It's Mrs. Tickum." There was a silence from the kitchen, and then Flora's mother came into the living room with a big, fake adult smile plastered on her face. "Mrs. Tickum," she said, "what a lovely surprise. What can we do for you?" Tootie smiled a big, fake adult smile back. "Oh," she said, "I just came to pay Flora a visit." "Who?" "Flora," said Tootie, "your daughter." "Oh, really?" said her mother. "You came to see Flora?" "I'll be right back," said Flora. She ran out of the living room, through the dining room. "What a truly extraordinary lamp," she heard Tootie say. "Oh, do you like it?" said Flora's mother. "Ha!" thought Flora. And then she was out of the dining room and into the kitchen. She ripped the paper out of the typewriter, looked down at the words. They were obviously not hallucination. A loud scream echoed through the house. All right, you got to see this picture. It's hilarious. So, someone has joined the lamp.
Who? Ulysses. Let me guess. Ulysses?
Someone has decided that he too wants to be part of the lamp. He actually makes it cute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I know. He's so cute. I think that's where the screen is coming from.
Yeah.
Cute little Ulysses.
That is a creep.
He actually makes the lamp less creepy.
Yeah.
If that's possible. Instead of being shepherdess of the sheep, she has become shepherdess of the squirrel.
That lamp is creepy.
Yes.
It's not creepy. Then why are you going to always have to copy me? You're copying me. Like maybe it's creepy. This whiteboard not really. It's almost bigger than my pencil.
What do you think her mom is going to do? Who wants to guess? What is going to happen?
Scream her head off.
Yeah. Anybody else have any other guesses as to what might happen? Gabe. Me. Grant. Oh no. Oh, Grant. We just got over the traumatizing chapter of Wilbur. Let's not add it to poor Ulysses. Flora took the paper and shoved it down in the front of her pajamas and ran back into the living room. Ulysses was sitting on top of Mary Ann. Or rather, he was trying to sit on top of Mary Ann. his feet were scrambling to gain purchase on the little shepherdess's pink flowered lampshade. He paused in his efforts and looked at Flora in an apologetic and hopeful way, and then he returned to wobbling back and forth. "Oh my goodness," said Tootie. "How did it get in here?" shouted Flora's mother. "It just came flying down the stairs." "Yes," said Tootie. She gave Flora a meaningful look. "Flying. It absolutely scared the living daylights out of me," said Mrs. Tickum. "We screamed." "We did," said Tootie. "We screamed. There's just no end to the excitement. If that squirrel breaks my lamp, I don't know what I'll do. Mary Ann is very precious to me." "Mary Ann?" said Tootie. "I'll just get him off the lamp, okay?" said Flora. She put out a hand. "Don't touch it!" screamed her mother. "It has a disease." Why do you think she thinks it has a disease? What is all over him after his little eating spree? Helen. Yeah, he has cheese. Remember, he has cheese all over him. He looks orange. He's kind of glowing because of all the cheese. Well, a cheese. No, her mom sees him and sees that he's all orange and weird. And remember, he lost a lot of fur from the vacuum, so he probably looks a little scary between the cheese and the lack of fur. The doorbell, as if it were echoing Flora's mother's advice, buzzed its terrible warning buzz. Flora and her mother and Tootie all turned. A small voice called out. The voice said, "Great Aunt Tootie? I wonder what that's about." So, let's see, what time? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start social studies.